name's this baby Shuggy. Doesn't she look like a sugar glider? So I named her Sugar, but we call her Shuggy. This is Tiff, she's just chilling. Not as cool as Shuggy though. I guess technically this is going to be another rant video. It's just something that like irks me to my core, but at the same time it's something that I'm passionate about in regards to like talking about it and getting other people to maybe think about this topic in the way I think about it, and that is social media. And I'm primarily going to be talking about Instagram because Instagram is the biggest social media for like photos and portraying yourself a certain way, and there's a lot of face tuning and photoshopping and editing, and Instagram has become this world where when it started it was just another catalyst to post photos and stay in touch with people and show people what you're doing and what's going on in your life. And over the years that Instagram has become more popular, it has now become a way for literally everyone on this planet to be their own type of model. And I don't know what happened and why Instagram made that shift, but for the last year or two, Instagram models being real people is on the rise. You can make money, you can make an income doing nothing but being an Instagram model. If you have a certain body type, if you have a certain look, and people want to look at you enough that you gain enough subscribers that companies can make money off of you promoting their product, you can make money by just being hot and promoting different things for different companies. So in a sense, there are literal Instagram models. Like, that is a job. And dude, all respect to that. If I had the body and a better face and a little bit better of hair to be hot enough to have millions of people just want to look at me, I would promote the fuck out of things to make money. So no fucking hate on Instagram models. I think that's a fucking cool thing. But because of that and just the explore page and all this content of just people promoting expensive things that the average person can't buy, or flaunting things that the average person could never buy, or looking a certain way that most people, even with diet and exercise, won't ever look, I think it's starting to really fucking fuck with girls' heads, especially young girls. And that terrifies me because I know that I'm like a decade away from having a child, but I already stress about my future, like preteen child daughter, who is stressing about looking a certain way and wanting to impress certain people because that is what our society is now pushing into everyone's fucking face. What made this all come to a head for me was one of my really good guy friends and I were talking about this girl that he was going to go on a date function or a formal with or something, and he wanted to pull up her Instagram to show her to me so I could see pictures of her. And when he was handing me his phone with her Instagram page, he said to me, "We'll take all the photos with a grain of salt because she's bad at Instagram." And I remember I didn't make a comment about it, but I sat there for a solid 30 seconds and was so taken aback by the comment, "bad at Instagram." Like, it's become a thing now where if you're not someone who's face tuning, photoshopping, only posting the most great pictures of you and your friends, whatever, you're bad at Instagram. Like, to be good at Instagram now apparently means that you are really fucking trying to put in work to get everyone to be attracted to you and to like your photos and then to ultimately follow you. And I just thought that was almost sickening. Like, she's bad at Instagram, and like, no heat on this friend for saying that because I understand where he's coming from and I know he didn't mean it in a bad way, but that is just so weird to me that not only that we live in a world now where Instagram even exists, but that we live in a world where you can apparently be bad at it. You know, and I just don't want anyone to think like, well, even with as much makeup and even with filters, even with posing, even pushing my boobs out, like, I'm never gonna look like that girl. I'm never gonna have as many likes as her, like, whatever. Like, don't change who you are trying to be this perfect image of yourself and trying to gain followers or trying to gain likes, because you also just don't want to kid yourself. Like, why do you want to try that hard? Like, who are you trying to impress? Like, you already have your friends and family, and everyone else kind of just falls to the wayside. And as you get older, you'll kind of see that, like, your circle of people will get smaller and the things that matter to you will become greater, and you will understand more so what does and doesn't really influence or affect life. It just makes me so sad because even my friends, like girls that were in my sorority, people that I know, people that I just follow, are to the point where every single picture they are posting is a Facetune, photoshopped, impeccable photo trying to be the most Instagram model version of themselves they can be. And I'm not necessarily saying that's bad, but I think it's really detrimental to anyone's mental health. Like, could you imagine taking pictures of yourself, even if they're amazing pictures, like you love them? That's naturally what you would want to post. Like, look at this great photo I took with my friends. Like, I love it. Let's post this one. That makes sense. But now, because of what you can see online and the way women and just certain people are portrayed in this perfect way, even the best photos now aren't good enough. Like, even if girls take perfect pictures, they want to make their teeth whiter and make their waist a little smaller and maybe make their boobs a little bigger and contrast and add different lighting to make certain features of their face pop. Like, it's unhealthy to me, because even if that's just for fun and you just want a really nice looking Instagram page or whatever, you're altering yourself so much that, one, you're not even posting yourself, you're not posting a realistic portrayal of your life or your friends, you're posting kind of the fantasy version of what you want your life and yourself to be. And I think that already is negative. I think even if people aren't realizing, like, that's a negative thing to do, over time, it's gonna take a toll, even if it's subconscious. Like, every time I look through my own Instagram, yes, obviously I'm also only posting the best pictures of myself. Every time I look at my own Instagram, I'm just like blown away, because I know that I don't even really look like that or act like that or whatever in real life. So I'm a victim of this too. But as someone who's older and understands, like, certain people, certain images aren't realistic, certain things are completely photoshopped and fake, as someone who's kind of gone already through the adolescent, preteen, teenager years where you have like the most body image and I think self-insecurity issues, I can now understand, like, hey, like, I'm happy with who I am, like, adding a filter on a photo is just for fun, like, you know. But I think for a lot of younger girls, they just don't get it. And they're looking at the Explore page of Instagram, just seeing fitness models with huge, perfect asses promoting protein powder, or tiny fitness models that are very delicate, like model, like Kendall Jenner type people promoting flat tummy tea, and just different things. And when you get the combination of promoting products that are supposed to make you look a certain way, being promoted by someone that looks a very specific way that is not a popular body type, like, you know, Instagram models, that's like a very small percentage of the population. Like, go to fucking Six Flags or an amusement park or somewhere on any given day where just mass amounts of Americans are all gathered in one place, and just look around you. Like, 70% of people you see are going to be overweight in some way. Even if it's a little bit, if it's obesity, you're going to see that. And then in general, people are just average looking. People are just people. Humans are not that amazing looking of creatures. Like, what? We have weird hair things on our face above our eyes. We have big fucking smell things just sticking out of the middle of our face. We have hair. Mass amounts of hair just coming out of our head. We are just one body with these limbs attached. Like, if you think about it, humans are fucking weird looking. Like, we aren't like some amazing looking species. We're another fucking animal. We're just fucking beings trying to survive. So when you get people like celebrities and models and fitness models, that is a very small percentage of the population. And it's sad, because I think young girls go on Instagram and look at the Explore page and look at what's most popular. And unfortunately, what's most popular tends to be synonymous with attraction. What's most popular is what's most beautiful. What's most popular is what's gonna get you skinniest. What's most popular is what makes you the most money. It's things that, while nice to have, aren't the end-all be-all of life. Like, think about it. Even if you looked like the top celebrity that you wish you could look like, in the face, body, whatever, even if you looked like that person, would your life be any different? You would still have the same friends, the same family, the same job. Yeah, maybe different people would be more attracted to you or something, but would your happiness be greater? Would your self-worth be greater? No one's worth comes from how they look. And I think a lot of people, like young girls, are starting to feel that way. Like, oh, well, the prettiest people get the most attention and the most money and the most benefits and the most followers and the most Instagram likes. But those things don't make people who they are. Just because someone is genetically blessed, or just because someone knows how to work Photoshop or Facetune extremely well, doesn't mean that they're any better of a person than you, because who you are as a person down to your core is what matters. And I know that's so fucking cheesy and so cliche, but honestly, who you are inside of you, the values that you have, the way you treat other people, the way you speak to other people, your goals, your ambitions, the things you do every day, the things that make you happy, your hobbies, the things you strive towards, those are the things that make you who you are, regardless of what you look like, regardless of how much or how little you weigh. Those are the things that make you who you are. And even if you could alter yourself to look like someone you wished you looked like, all of those things I just described would inherently still be who you are. I genuinely want everyone to feel beautiful with exactly who they are, because you're the only fucking you out there, and that alone, just that fact alone, is so fucking incredible. And I wish everyone would embrace that and embrace however they look and however they are, and just accept that that is the person that they are and the soul that they have, and just try to be the best version of yourself with what you've been given. Because even if you're so jealous of the girl on the Explore page with the perfect fucking body and the shiny hair and a face that's like a 10 out of 10, there are other people in the world that are jealous of your body and your hair and your face and your Instagram and your life. And you know, there's always people that are going to be more attractive, more successful, better than you. And there's also always going to be people that are looking up to you and wishing that they could be in your spot. So really embrace the life you've been given and the way you look, because you are your only you and you are perfect the way you are. I promise. Don't change, because the second you try to change and the second you try to be something you're not, that's when things mentally start to take a toll, and it's not healthy, and I don't want young girls to think like that. And it makes me sad when people even want to look like other people. Like, there's only one you. Like, how fucking cool is it that you can look in the mirror and know that there is not a single other person on this planet that looks like you? I mean, there might be some doppelganger somewhere in the world that look very similar to you, but still, you are your only you. And then when you tear away your outer shell, because what even is looks? Like, what even is this? Like, this nose that grew on my face, my eyebrows, my hair, my stomach, my boobs, my ass, my skin. What is this? This is just a shell. These are just atoms. This is just biological shit that was created in my mother's stomach, that was popped out, and now I am who I am. But my brain and my soul and my emotions and my endeavors, all of those things are inside of me and are what make me me. You shouldn't want to trade places with anyone. You're your only you. Like, only you can accomplish the things that you're going to accomplish. Like, every single person on this earth is living a completely separate life path. Like, how weird is it to think that every time you're driving in your car on the highway and you are passing literally thousands of other cars, there are other people in those cars that all have their own families and their own friends and their own jobs and have their own plans for the weekend, all doing their different things. And everyone is just focused on themselves. Like, think of life as like a play. And I am the star of this play. And my friends and family are my closest co-stars. And everyone else, like random people I see at the grocery store, random people I pass on the highway, are just extras, just extra humans in the story of my life. Like, that's how I view life. But to every other person you're passing, they're the star in their own play, and we're just extras to their lives. Like, everyone is living a completely separate life path, and that is such an incredible, beautiful thing. Like, I think that's so fucking bomb that basically the world is a whole bunch of little plays being put on at once by different people and different actors, and along the way, everyone's paths kind of just intertwine, and you meet different people, and the play's plot thickens, and there's plot twists, and that is just so cool to view life that way. That's how I think about life. I just wish young girls would realize that not everyone you see or everything you see is a good portrayal of reality. And even if you do see someone that is super beautiful, who looks that beautiful in real life and isn't Photoshop, because obviously there are some very fucking beautiful people in the world, I hope you realize that only a small percentage of the world gets to look that good, and you already, however you look, are good enough. Like, someone is gonna love the fuck out of you for exactly who you are and exactly the way you look. You're gonna have amazing friends. You're gonna have an amazing family. Like, your looks don't mean anything, because even if you're the most beautiful person in the world, if you don't have ambition, if you treat people like shit, if you just think you're better than anyone else because you have a pretty face, then you need a fucking wake-up call. Like, you need a reality check, because I don't care how the fuck beautiful you are, I don't care how fucking good looking you are, I don't give a fuck if you're gonna talk down to people, if you're gonna act better than other people, if you're gonna be a shitty person. I don't give a fuck what you look like. I don't give a fuck if you're Megan Fox or Kendall Jenner. If you're not a good person, like, it doesn't fucking matter. as someone who's definitely been there, as someone that's definitely had body image issues, as someone who has definitely thought that looking the best all the time was the most important part of life, and now that I know that it's not the most important, because it's not, I rock t-shirts and norts and sneakers and basically no makeup every single day. Today, yes, I'm wearing a full face of makeup. This is like me like really trying. This is a rarity. But I think the more comfortable you get with yourself, you just get comfortable in your own skin and just being like your raw self, and you get more in tune with your internal you, which is the best you, and life just in general becomes happier and way more chill and cool. Bye everybody.